to another video. Today I'm gonna show you how to set up Azure Firewall. I'm going to show you how to set up Azure Firewall step by step. The first step for this, we have to create a VM. As you can see, I have already created a virtual machine. So I will click on go to resource. So this is my virtual machine. It's in East US location, and so basic. It's a basic virtual machine, and I have attached a basic network security group to it. You can see in the networking, and I have allowed a RDP port 3389. So I will go to overview. So what will be the second step? So the second step is we have to create a new subnet. So I will click on virtual network, and I'm going to click on subnets. Now I'm gonna add a new subnet. I will name it Azure Firewall subnet, and I will leave it as it is. I'm gonna save it. It will take some time. So my subnet is added successfully. So what is our next step? Let's see. So our next step is we have to create Azure Firewall. So I will click on here and select firewalls and click on create. We have to select a resource group. So I will select RG1 and I have to name it. I will name it my firewall. I have to change the location where my VM is. So my VM is in East US. So I will select East US, and I will select a firewall tier. I will select an standard. Premium is so expensive. Now we have to use classic settings, classic policy for firewall. Now I will click on use existing. I will select my virtual network. So it's not showing. Let's wait. I will refresh the page. Here we go again. Select resource group, name my firewall, change the location East US, change the pricing tier, and classic, use existing, and we have to select. Whoa, what's the problem? There is some issue on it, so let's wait. I will fix it. I will pause the video here. Maybe it's gonna take some time. So it's showing my virtual network, so I will select my VNet, and we have to create a new public address. So I will name it public hyphen EIP, and Okay, and next I'm not adding any tags, so I will click on review plus create, and I'm gonna create it. It will take some time to create a firewall, so I will pause the video till. So my deployment is succeeded, so I will click on go to resource, and you can see here we have a firewall private IP. So where did this private IP is coming from? So this is coming from a subnet we have created for Azure firewall subnet. So I will copy this firewall private IP, and I'm going to create. So what is our next step? So let me show you. We have to create a route table. So I am going to select route tables and hit on create. So I will select the same resource group and same region, which is West US. I will name it route table, and review plus create. So initializing deployment, let's wait. So deployment in progress. So I will show you what is our next step. So why we created this route table? So the main reason behind creating this route table is we want to route all the traffic from the network to the internet through the firewall. So this is the main reason. You can, I have already typed here for your information. So our next step is to add a route and associate a subnet. So we click on go to resource and routes. I'm gonna click on add and name it my route 01 and address prefix source. So I will click on IP address, and let me check something. I will pause the video here. I have some issue, sorry for that. Now gets back to the topic. So I will type here 0.0.0.0 and forward slash. Where is the forward slash? Forward slash 0, and next we're gonna next hoop type. We will select virtual appliance, and we gonna test private IP address of firewall that we have selected previously. So let me show you. We'll go to our resources, and let's wait. My firewall, and private IP of firewall that I have copied and pasted it here in next hoop address. So I will click on add. So it's adding a route. Let's wait. So my route is successfully added. So my next step is to associate a subnet. Now click on associate and virtual network. So again it's not showing, so I will have to refresh the page. There is some serious issue. Associate, and here we go again. I will keep refreshing it. So I will pause. There was a problem. My tenant, so I have gone through the same process. So nothing changed in that. So I will select uh, my VNet and select a default subnet and click on OK. Now it's adding a subnet. So let's wait. Now my subnet is added successfully. So what is our next step is, so we have to add a NAT rule in Firewall. So we will go to all resources and scroll down, Firewall, and go to rule, classic, and add a NAT rule collection and name it my NAT rule. Priority, you can set priority between 100 and 600 and 5000, whatever it is. So I will give it a priority 101 and name RDP protocol. You have to select TCP, source IP address, and source. You can enter your laptop or PC IP address. So select type here in Google what is my IP. It's taking longer, so I will close it. And where was I? So I will type start. So whatever the source IP, it will going to work. Whatever the source, so destination address. So we have to put here Firewall's public IP address. So I will go to Firewall and public IP configuration, and I will copy this public IP address and put it here. So destination port, you can enter any port here, a custom port. Back in the backend of that port we are using 3389, which is RDP port. So I will give it 8050 and translated address. In the translated address we will enter our virtual machine's private IP address. So I will go to all resources and demonstration VM. Scroll down. Where is it? So and paste it here. Translated port, we have to enter 3389. Wait a minute, there was an issue. It was not taking a private IP of my VM. So what I did, I saved that I saved it with the public IP, and later I edited it. Now it giving me an option to save, and I have changed destination port to 3389. So I will hit click on save, and it's updating. So let's wait. So it's updated successfully. So I will click on here RDP, and I will open my NAT rule, and we will connect this VM with the public IP address of our firewall. So this is our public IP address of firewall. So I will copy it and paste it here, and we have to define a destination port. So I will semicolon and 3389 connect. Now my VM is connecting. So one thing I forgot to say you, that you have to delete your NSGs in, you have to delete a 3389 RDP inbound rule from NSG. So I have already deleted, so that's why it's not showing. So this is it. I know it was so confusing, but there wasn't some issue with me. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel.